3, 2, 1. We're live. Hello, everybody. Welcome to Sunday. Happy Sunday. This is episode 6, and it's all about love. Normally, love talk is Valentine's Day, but I thought, why not talk about love on Mother's Day? We love our mamas, and mamas need love too, right? So well, first of all, happy Mother's Day to all the mothers. And I am so excited for today's episode because I have a special guest. But before I introduce her, I know you can see her there looking lovely. But before I introduce her, this is live and virtually unscripted. And so if you know someone who needs some help in the love department, share. There's in the bottom right-hand corner of this Be Live, there's a share button. Share it with your friends, share it with your family, share it in your group, share it on your personal page, share, because today's episode is going to be amazing. If you watched my first episode ever, which was about devaluing happiness, you heard me talk about happiness styles. And so if your happiness style is love and connect for you, today I'm super duper excited to welcome Emyrald Sinclaire. She is a self-love mentor who works with women all over the world. Emyrald is international, and she helps women looking for love. Welcome, Emyrald.
Thank you. And this is Sasha. This is our second guest today.
Hi, Sasha. For the people who love dogs like I do, and obviously like you do, Emyrald.
She needs attention, and sometimes she can get a little barky. So if I hold her, she needs the love, just like all of us.
Sweetness. That sounds good. That sounds really good. And gosh, I'm so excited that you're here because this is my first time doing an interview. So I'm like, yeah, I get to bounce some energy off of somebody else. And I mean, I know you. You're a self-love mentor. And like, I know, but me, self-love mentor, they're like, not a love coach. She's going to teach me how to look sexy and do my hair so I can attract a man. Like, is that what you do?
No, but I love the common misperception because the cool thing is when I am working with a woman over time, like, something comes from within, and I swear to God, she looks more beautiful. She stands more confident, and it's like, where is this coming from? And it's coming from within. And so self-love is teaching a woman truly how to love and appreciate herself and think, damn, I am sexy. I am the prize. And then that energy just naturally comes out and you exude more beauty, but not because you're trying to wear sexy clothes or put on makeup or do your hair. It's just your energy changes and you become naturally more magnetic to the opposite sex. And so, sure, the ultimate end goal is getting the guy, but it's all about the love you feel for yourself.
Yes, I totally hear that, girl. I'm feeling that. And what made you get into this? How did you become a self-love mentor?
Ooh, it's such a great question. And so I have, hold on. Speaking of self-love, my man is delivering a cappuccino to me.
Yeah, he is.
Thanks, baby.
That's awesome.
Okay, because it's 9 a.m. for me over here, so I'm still waking up.
That's right. Emyrald's in Colorado, everybody. Vicky's in Toronto, Canada.
Woo! Canada, eh? Okay, so I have my own success story, and I grew up, and I don't know where it comes from, but it was there, this deep-seated belief that I'm not good enough. And if I'm not good enough, I'm not manifesting true, amazing love. It's really how it happened. And so looking for love in all the wrong places, horribly mortifying stories to share, things I did or didn't do on the path to love, right? Like starving my body, periods of anorexia or bulimia or binge drinking or dating the wrong men or sleeping around, like truly all of it, because at my core, I thought I wasn't good enough. I wasn't lovable. And the funny thing is, like, I was raised by a hypnotherapist, and so I had a very intimate view into the mind and into our thoughts and our belief systems and how we create our own reality. And so even though I'm spiraling down into horrific, like what would be the word, like torturing practices, in the back, yeah, I don't like in the back of my mind, I knew like this isn't correct. There has to be a way to truly get the love that I desire. And so even though I'm doing the wrong thing, in my mind, I know like I can create something bigger, more epic, like this love I'm looking for. And so the search that was once outward, searchingly for love, I brought that search within. And so I really started searching and studying with some mentors and reading books and doing work and investigating my belief systems, taking a break from men, from dating, and just putting it all on me. And this journey really progressed over a period of 10 years, and then finally meeting the one, and towards the end, like lots and lots and lots of work on me. And long story short, then after meeting him and my entire journey, I was like, okay, I can help other women do this and shorten the time periods. Instead of 10 years, let's give these women like 8 weeks or 12 weeks or 6 weeks of just the most powerful, potent lessons that I had to learn to go from searching for love and abusing my body to loving myself and attracting this beautiful reflection of the love that I now feel from me.
That's awesome. That is so great. And like, what can you think about like one or two of the key things that you learned about yourself that will help other women who are kind of struggling with the same type of thing, looking for love in all the wrong places, dating the wrong guy, sacrificing their own happiness for somebody else's happiness? Like what's a couple of lessons that you learned that you could teach somebody else about that?
Great question. And like what just jumped into my mind right now is I felt like I was almost like a little puppy dog, like chasing after the guys, chasing love. So even though I was doing the work on myself, there was still for a very long time a part of me that was like, oh, but I'll just be happy when I finally meet him. Like, where's my prince? Where's the one? And when I finally stopped caring and stopped trying to change who I was, that's when Ron stepped in. Like from day one with him, I've never tried. I've never chased. I never like changed who I was or what I said. If anything, I was so much of me, it was almost like I was challenging him to reject me. I'm like, well, here's I am. And so that is one of the things I've learned that I'd love to relay to women is be unapologetically you. Like stop the search, stop the like, I'll be happy when I need. Like it has to be the opposite. It has to be, I'm so grateful for my life right now, who I am. I could be just me for the rest of my life and I'd still be happy. And that's when you meet him, when you finally let go of that need and attachment.
That is, I can't agree with you more. That is exactly right. You know it's right because you're working with women. Do you like what you do?
Oh my God, I love it. I get to work with love all the time and to see the transformation, like I was saying at the beginning of this live cast, like to just see a woman really become more radiantly beautiful because the love for herself is shining out. And we are energetic beings as humans. Like we can feel someone's energy field, and a woman in love with herself is so beautiful. Yeah. And not in the like, oh, the magazine beautiful, but beyond that, like God is beautiful.
Yeah, it's like a vibe. You can feel it, right? It's not just about looks, like who looks like stunning or gorgeous, or they're like a total hunk. But then you get to know their personality a little bit, right? Then you get to see their level of self-confidence, and like the way they look actually changes, right? I feel that when you see people who've got a lot of self-confidence, a lot of self-love, the beauty just radiates from them.
Yes, yes.
Right? It's not like necessarily a physical thing, but it seems like it is.
Yeah, it's like some of my good friends that are also spiritual teachers and mentors, like they just look so beautiful. And it doesn't matter their age, but it's that love vibe, the energy that's just coming out of them. And so that's the work I'm doing with women and men too. I'd say, it's funny, I used to say 1 in 10 of my clients were men, but recently I did an inventory of everyone I worked with, and it's actually closer to like 3 or 4 in 10 are men.
Oh, that's fantastic.
Yeah,
that's so good.
Aha moment for me. I was like, wow, I'm actually working with a lot of men.
That's awesome. And so, like, if you could go like into a time machine and go backward, would you change? Would you do something different? Like, would you be something other than a self-love mentor?
No way. And I wouldn't change anything, because all of my darkest moments give me one more ability to connect with one more human being. Someone that could say, oh my God, I struggled with bulimia. I struggled with anorexia. I slept with a married man. You know, it's like I'm able to connect and say, girl, I've been there, and I can help you through. And so the entire darkest days journey just helps me to really be raw and connect with so many more people. And I love this. Like, there's been a part of me that's always felt like a healer or a transformer. I just didn't know how it was all meant to be, and that it's finally come together. And I'm like, this, like, when you can teach people how to love and be loved, it's going to ripple out and affect their entire life. Like, this is the core. And I actually used to be a nutritionist, but I quickly learned that it's something deeper. If you don't love yourself, those extra pounds are not going to fall off, because they're protecting you from falling in love and getting hurt. And so I finally feel like I've gotten to the root, the core of how I can help heal and transform the planet, is one person loving themselves at a time.
Yeah, absolutely. You know what? That leads me into my next question, which is like, do you feel that, or have you noticed that there's a connection between doing the things that you love and being in love?
Yes, I do. And I'm trying to think of how I can best describe it. And so one of the things, God bless you, and God
Thank you.
One of the things I suggest to my clients is, you have to love your life right now. You have to be the energy you want to attract. We don't attract what we want, we attract who we are.
Yes, Emerald.
If you're living each day and you're doing it with love, and you're filling your day with activities you love, it really is being in love, because you're in love with your life. You're in love with everything. And so that's why I say it snowballs. Like, when a woman begins to love herself, all of a sudden she's not staying in that dead-end job anymore, or she's standing up for herself and asking for a raise, or maybe she's finally moving across country or taking the trip of her dreams. And then when you raise your vibration, all of a sudden you start attracting in different people in different circumstances, and then you're happier, and you raise your vibration, and all of a sudden the whole level of awesomeness, and you're like, what just happened? But it's about being in love with your life.
That is exactly right. I mean, I think I saw this posting somewhere. I can't remember that, but waiting. If you're looking for love, stop looking for love, because when you start doing things you love, the love will come.
Yes, that's exactly right. I feel like I saw that on Instagram, or maybe I even posted it. I don't know.
I can't remember. I think it's one of my posts. Maybe one of your posts.
Yes.
Either way, we both agree that that's totally true.
Yeah.
So, like, I kind of want to get into like talking about some single people. Like, I hear from so many people who are single that they're unhappy being single. And there's so many single, like, in your opinion, what the heck is going on? Why are there so many single people, and why are all those single people not connecting?
It's a good question. I feel like, in general, society as it's formed with so much social media, with quick satisfaction, with multitasking, with distractions. I mean, where we are today, technologically, is leaps and bounds different than even 15 years ago.
Yeah,
and
for sure.
The technology changing so rapidly, people missing out on that human-to-human connection. I think in general, a lot of people are just sad. So you can be sad in a relationship, you can be sad and single, but in general, a lot of people are just missing out on that connection to themselves. And as a result, they're unhappy and single, and they think, well, once I get the guy, then I'll be happy, then I'll be fulfilled. But that's backwards. Like, people really have to start listening to their heart and doing what makes them happy, going out and enjoying life alone, right? Like,
absolutely.
Or guy friends if it's available. But I can't tell you how many years of just doing my own thing, going hiking if I wanted, going to yoga. It's like, if no one else can go, it doesn't matter, because that's what makes me happy, and I need to follow my heart, because this is my life. This is my fullest expression, and I'm not going to wait on somebody else to like decide yes or no if they're coming or not. It's like, I want to go to this book signing. I want to meet this author. I'm going. I don't care.
Yes, right? Putting yourself into that right vibration.
Yeah, absolutely. And that's what remember is, don't sit at home on the couch and be a boob. Like, get up, go out, do what makes you happy, whatever it is. Maybe what makes you happy is sitting on the couch being a boob, and that's okay. But as long as you're doing it from a space of, this is what I need in this moment. And there's plenty of times where I'll stay home on the couch watching a movie because that's what I need in that moment. I just need to chill, I need to watch a movie, or I need to read a book. And then other times it's like, no, I need to go out and dance and be social and be with friends or meet new people. But it comes from listening to me and honoring, what do I need in this moment?
Absolutely. And that's kind of one of the things that I talk about as well. It's like, one of the major reasons that people are not fulfilling their passions, they're not living according to their passions and their purpose is, they're not hanging out. So they're sort of waiting for the passion and the purpose to come to them instead of going and doing things that they enjoy doing. Number one, figure out what you enjoy doing. And then number two, like, surround yourself with other people who are doing the type of thing that you want to do. And then that puts you into another vibration, and you never know what's going to happen after that. And so it's kind of like the same thing, right?
It's that miracle mindset that Marianne Williamson teaches, or A Course in Miracle teaches. It's like, I like to live each day of what could happen today, and just that excitement, that expectation. And I remember when I was getting closer to meeting my man, I woke up every day like, today could be the day that I meet him. And it wasn't an obsession. It wasn't like I need to meet him, but it was just the excitement of, it could happen today. This is really exciting, but I'm going to go out and do my thing, and maybe I'm going to meet him in yoga, and maybe I'm going to meet him at the movies, maybe I'm going to meet him when I'm out. But it's not like I put my life on hold waiting for him. It was like, I'm close to the wall, doing everything that I enjoy and really making the most of my life, but also the excitement of, how's it going to happen? Like, this is
right.
This miracle.
That's right. Totally. That's so awesome. And it's like when you wake up in the morning and you decide, because it's really a decision, Emyrald, like you decide to put yourself into the mode of being excited or looking for opportunity. It's at that moment that when you're looking around that you can see it, because the opportunities are all there, but you have to allow your mind to accept seeing those opportunities. And it's awesome.
It's a quote I read once. It's like, if you're always looking down at the ground, you're never going to see the rainbows. But if you've got the, like, maybe I'll see a rainbow today, you have to eyes open and be looking around and just be open to seeing it.
Yes, exactly, because it's there. And you were talking earlier, you were mentioning like things have changed, like technology is all up in our labs now. And it's like, I met my husband on Lava Life, which is an online dating site. Yeah. And so, it was good for me. What do you like that? You're into online, obviously you're not into online dating because you have somebody who brings you coffee in the morning.
Right. Amazing. Okay. Here's my little spiel on online dating, because women ask me this all the time, and especially the women that don't like online dating. They're just like, ugh, do I have to do a profile? Do you really think it's worth it? I've only met like the guys that want one thing. And I have to go back to your belief system. It's like, if you don't think you can meet a good man online, you're not going to. But if it's just one avenue where you're like, maybe I'll meet him online, so I'll make a profile. Maybe I'll meet him in a coffee shop, so I will go and have coffee. And so it's the energy behind it. It can happen for you if the energy is open to possibility. But if you're like, online dating, you're not going to meet someone online. No way.
That's right. That's exactly what it is. Because I was going to ask you, I was going to be like, what advice do you have for women who are not comfortable with the whole online dating thing. But it goes back to get comfortable with yourself, right? Yeah. Just be open to the opportunities. It's not like you have to only every night come home and just on the computer looking for a dude, right? But it's just allowing yourself to be open to the opportunity and the chance that he could be there. He could be at the coffee shop. He could be at your yoga class.
It's just one avenue of possibility. And so how I like to think of it is like I'm one cog in the universal clock, right? And so I'm doing my work and my little clog is turning. Oh, Jennifer says she met her husband online. Very cool. See? Exactly.
Oh, sweet. Oh, that's crazy. I can't see any comments.
You can't.
Two people online here.
Met her husband online, maybe because you're the host. Anywho, but the way I look at it is I'm the cog in the clock of the universe, right? But all the other clogs are working, but they can't spin unless mine is spinning.
Yes.
And so I'm doing my inspired actions, so whether it's dating profile, going to yoga, going to movies, going to a bar, going to dancing, and by me doing what I can, my cog is turning, and then the universal or God or Buddha, however you want to look at it, then those clogs can all spin too. And that's when it's like, you don't know how it's going to happen, but you have to do your work first. You can't just sit at home in your PJs. Like, you got to do your part, and then the universe can do its part. And then that's when it's like, you can't control
exactly what,
but you do your work, and then magic will happen.
Yes, I love that. That is so good. And at the top of this conversation, you were saying that you're more and more you're starting to work with men.
Yeah.
You got 3 or 4 men out of 10. And so what's your number one tip for the dudes? For the dudes who are like, I ain't got no game, and they're too shy to approach a girl. That's what they say. That's what they say, Emyrald. They say, I ain't got no game.
Well, here's the thing. Would you be interested in a dude that got no game and had low self-confidence?
No.
No! So that man needs to work on his confidence. And I would give him a similar exercise I give women, which is sit down, write 30 things you love about yourself, and don't you dare stop until 30 things are on that paper. You're going to read it every day. You're going to read it before you go out. You're going to read it before you hop on your online dating profile. You got to start to pump yourself up and be in higher vibration. But if you're stuck down here and I ain't got no game, no girl's going to like me, well, she's not, because no girl likes that.
That's right.
You got to work on you, because every single person is amazing and unique, and there is that match. And so the guy that thinks, oh, I'm weird, I'm shy, I like this, I like that. No, that's perfect that you're quirky and that you are shy and quiet, because you're going to have that perfect match for you. So don't change who you are, but definitely boost your best side, your positive attributes. Definitely work on low self-confidence, because that's a reflection of self-worth and self-value. Sure. And you can't attract in a high-quality woman if you're not being a high-quality man.
Yes, that's exactly right. And you know what? That advice that you're giving for the men, I mean, same type of advice for the women. I love the idea of writing down 30 things that are awesome about yourself, whether you're a man or a woman, right? Because you're not going to attract in a high-quality unless you're a high-quality woman.
Exactly, because like attracts like. We attract the energy we are, not the energy we want. So if you want a really generous man or woman, or a really kind man or woman, you need to be those things. Because if you're being stingy and you leave a bad tip and you're saying snarky things behind someone's back, any high vibrational person isn't going to want to be with you, because you're not a match. But if you raise your vibration to be what you want to attract in, that truly is the secret. It's always working on yourself first. And it's like walking the walk. Be the change you want to see in the world, said Gandhi. It's absolutely true with love, with life, with business, with anything.
I so feel in that. That is exact. I mean, the thoughts are the same as my thoughts. I really love that. And so let me ask you, you obviously, you don't just work with, you work with men, you work with women. Do you work with couples?
Yes, great question. I work a lot with couples, because here's the thing. It's 2 individuals working on their needs, their desires, and a lot of couples I work with, it's because of communication breakdown. Yeah. They've got different love languages, they have different ways of communicating based on how they were raised. But unfortunately, similar to the fact that we haven't really been taught how to love, we haven't been taught how to communicate. And so this intimate relationship truly is this vessel for spiritual growth, but it can be a breakdown unless the two are really committed to being the best two individuals they can be and then coming together. So there is quite a bit of work I do with couples based around communication, but also each one individually with just who they really are and their needs and their desires, and especially after they have kids, because then the whole dynamic changes and all of a sudden they're not communicating the same, and it's not just the two of them, but they have this third or fourth or fifth unit. It's just everything changes, and you need to consistently be working on you and working on your life to have the best life ever. It's not like, oh, I attracted in the Prince Charming and then all done. It's like,
that's
no,
right.
Keep going. It's like, if you stop going to the gym, you're going to lose muscle mass. So it's always work, always work.
I think that's something that a lot of people need to remember, right? It's kind of like, say it again, because people like, they're dying for that relationship. They get that relationship and then it's chill. And then they wonder why everything fizzles out and gets sad and sour and, right?
The thing, like, chemistry is naturally meant to fade away unless you work on it. And
that's right.
We were in a bad space where we almost broke up after moving in together because we had stopped working on certain things. I had become a little bit too know-it-all and like interrupting too much or trying to, like, I could see how I was messing things up and how he was. And so it took a lot of work to then get to where we are now. And we're so much better than before. But it's like, we were here, we were amazing, life was great. And then we like dropped and then we really worked on it. And now we're way up here. But it's going to happen. And we're going to dip down and then we're going to get way up there. And we'll dip down. And it's like, it's naive to think that there is ever a level of perfection or done. You're never done. You're never complete. You're never perfect. So why would you think just because you have an amazing man or woman in your life that you're done?
Yeah. And besides working on it, I mean, for me, working on it and doing the little exercises, like my husband and I did your 30-day challenge, like after 5 years of being married already. It was so much fun. And it was fun to just think about some of the things that we'd done before and bringing up like our old experiences and taking an opportunity to like implement new things into our life so that we can continue with that love and connection. It's part of the work. So, go ahead.
Well, Jennifer just typed in, have you heard of the Love Dare? And I haven't. I'd be curious to know what that is, Jennifer, if you want to type it in. So what Vicki was talking about is I did a 30-day relationship challenge around Valentine's Day and gave couples something to do each day, kind of like a challenge. And Vicki was saying because her husband is like that competitive, he wants to get things done correctly, like he'd get up before her to read the email and do it and just be like, I'm doing this, I'm going to like win, I'm going to be the best husband, I'm going to fulfill this challenge. Like the time to do it is before you're at this space where you're contemplating divorce. And I've worked with a lot of couples that I'm their last ditch effort because they've already, like the papers have been served. They're like, okay, well, let's try one more thing. And then after a couple of sessions, they have hope. And they're like, actually, maybe we don't need to get divorced because now we're learning these things about each other and how to communicate and what our love languages are. And so I love that the two of you were doing it. We're having problems, but it's a great reminder of we're in a good space. So let's keep that good space. Let's try something new. Let's see where we can go. And so my advice to all the couples out there would be work on it before you need to. Work on it when you're still in the honeymoon phase and the butterflies and the sex is great. Like work on it then so you stay there at least as much as possible instead of the like, you're not talking and you're not having sex and you kind of hate each other. Like, don't wait until things get really bad. But unfortunately, as humans, we're programmed to look for help when we're in pain instead of when we're in a great space.
That's absolutely true. And so if there's anybody out there who's looking for love, what is it like man, woman, couple, what is it like to work with you?
Amazing, for one.
Obviously.
I am completely high vibration. I'm going to give it to you straight. I can be blunt. I will absolutely throw down some curse words. I have no problem with that because this is real effing life. This is real effing love, and sometimes it's hard, and sometimes it's easy, and sometimes it's messy, and sometimes you cry, and sometimes you're just over the moon and so happy. So when I'm working with people, I want to get you in this high vibrational state where your expectation is high, your belief system is high. You know that anything is possible for you because it is. But when you're single, sometimes you forget about that and you just get trapped in reality and like, where is he? And I'm so sad. And so my role here is to pump you up, give you all these exercises to really help you love yourself and feel like the prize and love your life and fill your life with everything you love so you almost forget that you were searching for the one, and then bam, he steps into your life because you're just so in love with you and what you're doing.
Yes, but damn. So that. I mean, that sounds awesome. I want to work with you. I'm in a great relationship.
Well, you can.
I mean, if there's anybody, I know. I mean, if there's anybody out there who wants to work with you, how do they get in touch with you, Emyrald?
Sure. Website, emeraldsinclaire.com. We can type it in when this is done.
Yeah, I think I can type that. Can you type? I think I can type that in right now. I'm going to try and do it right now.
Okay. Hopefully you spell my names right.
Yep, Emyrald Sinclaire with a E at the end.
My dad calls me Emyrald. That's funny.
Yeah.
Facebook group, Happily Ever After is yours, is a great way to just get into the tribe, and you can start seeing my videos or reading some blogs. Jennifer says it's from the Christian movie Fireproof. I can't see the. Yeah, I'm gonna have to look that up. Thank you. That's up there. EmeraldSinclaire.com. Yeah, good job. There it is. You spelled it right. Yeah, just go on. You know, and you'll see how if you're in a relationship, different options for couples. I've got plenty of freebies. The Relationship Reconnection is a 3-part series for couples. Manifest Your Soulmate is a 5-part guide for singles, in addition to a bunch of other stuff. Like, I want to help as many people as possible wherever they're at. And for some people, it's one-on-one coaching. For other people, it's just doing the guide and starting to really raise their vibration if they're at the beginning of their journey of just starting to figure this stuff out.
That is so good, and I hope that a lot of people out there, I mean, you coach women, men, couples all over the world, so I hope that they get in touch with you, because I think you're really fantastic. I think you're fabulous. I think that the work that you're doing is really important in the world. I mean, we all have our place, and it's like you found your piece. You know which part of the clock is your piece that spins, and I feel that when everybody finds their piece, and they spin the way they are meant to spin, then the whole world works the way it's supposed to work. And so thank you so much for coming on the show. This was such a great interview. Total inspiration for, me, and of course, all of our viewers and the viewers that are going to catch it on the replay. And so thank you so much for coming, Emyrald. This was really great. Mwah, mwah. And to everyone. Yes, love to everyone, and to all of the viewers. I mean, this is going to be on replay. If you liked it, share it in your group, share it with your mom, share it with your sister, share it with single people, share it with couples who are in bad relationships, share it with couples who are in great relationships, and we'll see you next time. Bye, everyone.
I feel like we're still on. Are we still on? Are we gonna do the encore?
It's so funny. It's like we're gonna do an encore. I'm trying to end it, but like, Be Live is saying no. No, we want to hear more. I don't know how to disconnect from this. Ladies and gentlemen, this is the live and unscripted.